You may want to upgrade your tech as we begin a new year, but buying a new laptop computer can be confusing. There have never been more brands, features, and configurations to consider, and given that we're still dealing with inflation, you may also be concerned about rising prices. The good news is, companies are still making a ton of new laptops, and there are a wide range of models for you to choose, from the budget HP Pavilion Aero 13 to the convertible Microsoft Surface Pro 9 to our best overall pick of the Apple MacBook Air M2. We've made it less complicated for you to pick out the best laptop for your needs. After working out how much money you want to spend, the laptop's operating system is usually the first thing you have to narrow down. As always, the decision is slightly easier for people who prefer an Apple MacBook. Now that the company has brought its M-series chips to its whole lineup, your only real considerations are budget, screen size, and how much power you need. Over on Team Windows, however, the shift to ARM-based chips hasn't been as smooth. Though Apple laptops have been able to bring huge increases in battery life while maintaining, and in some cases improving, performance with their own silicon, PC makers have been limited by Windows shortcomings. Microsoft released Windows 11 last year, and it's supposed to run better on ARM-powered machines. Since the first of these laptops, like Lenovo's ThinkPad X13s or 10 tablet, haven't been available for review yet, we can't tell how well the system runs. Of course, you can upgrade to Windows 11 on existing ARM-based PCs, but for now, it's still safer to stick with an Intel or AMD processor. Number 1. MacBook Air M2. Air M2 is a worthy sequel to the M1 that came out in 2020, bringing a fresh design and a performance boost that all users will appreciate. That's not to say the M1 was a sluggish machine, quite the contrary. We found it to be impressively fast, and the M2 only builds on top of that excellent performance. It's probably overkill for a MacBook Air, but that means it will serve most people well for both work and play. Plus, its impressive 16.5-hour-long battery life should be enough for anyone to get a day's worth of work and then some. As for its design, we like that Apple took a more uniformly thin approach here and retired the wedge shape of the previous model. The M2 Air also has a lovely 13.6-inch liquid retina display, interrupted only by the top notch, which holds its 1080p webcam. Its quad speaker setup is an improvement as well, and all of these small hardware changes add up to a machine that looks and feels more different than you may expect from its predecessor. However, both the Apple M1 and M2 MacBook Air laptops remain solid machines. Considering the M2 starts at $1,199, those with tight budgets may be willing to forego the new design improvements in order to save some cash and get a still speedy laptop. Number 2. Dell XPS 13 Plus. Dell XPS 13 Plus offers a lovely OLED display with impressively thin bezels and packs a roomy, comfortable keyboard. It also features a new minimalist design that looks more modern. I'm not sure about the row of capacitive keys at the top in lieu of traditional function keys, but I'm confident that the laptop's 12th Gen Intel Core processors will provide a healthy performance boost from the last model. If you're not sure about the changes Dell has made to the XPS 13, or if you definitely need a headphone jack, the older generations are still solid options. There's also the Samsung Galaxy Book 2 Pro series, which feature beautiful OLED screens and sharper webcams in thin and light frames. I also like Microsoft's Surface laptops, and the most recent edition offers great performance and battery life, albeit in an outdated design. Number 3. Razer Blade 15. Our pick for the best gaming laptop is the Razer Blade 15. It's the most expensive item on this list, but you get a 15-inch Quad HD screen with a 240Hz refresh rate, 13th Gen Intel processors, and NVIDIA GeForce 40 series graphics. Different configurations are available, depending on your preference, including a full HD 360Hz and a 4K 144Hz version. The Blade series is also one of the most polished and powerful gaming laptops around. Those looking for a budget gaming laptop should consider the ASUS ROG Zephyrus G14, which was our favorite model last year. The main reason it got bumped down a notch is because the 2022 refresh is almost $600 more expensive. It's still a solid gaming laptop though, with an excellent display, roomy trackpad, and plenty of ports in spite of its thin profile. Number 4. HP Pavilion Aero 13. If you're looking for a budget laptop priced around $800, your best bet is the HP Pavilion Aero 13. For around $799, or often less when on sale, you'll get a full HD screen with a 16:10 aspect ratio and surprisingly thin bezels, as well as a comfortable keyboard and spacious touchpad.